what do you wanna do if you wanna mod your Samsung Galaxy Ace? Well, the latest version that's available is this CM11 Leonardo CyanogenMod mod, based on version 11 on Android 4.4.4, but you can install other ROMs, right? I got the CyanogenMod 11 installed from this person right here, RDS5 on XA Forums, who actually managed to archive the latest version of CM11 Leonardo for us over here in this link. But there are mods out here that aims to make your device look more like the S4, the Samsung Galaxy S4 from this year's Skywalker. They made two sets of ROMs. This one's from earlier, March 22nd, 2013, for a CyanogenMod 9 based ROM over here, which is Android 4.0.4 Ice Cream Sandwich over here. And then later on, they made a sequel, which is based on Jelly Bean and CyanogenMod 10.1. Curiously, even though the file was uploaded in 2013, they still function. So we can install this. Let's go to SD card over here. I say 32 gig SD card. I'll send these two files over to the, let's say, the storage folder over here. And doing its thing. I will be reinstalling CM11 Leonardo after this video is completed. It's basically complete, but there are ROMs out here that aims to look like newer Android versions while being based on Gingerbread. We won't install these ROMs. You know why? Because it just aims to make your phone like newer versions of Android, but while still running on old Android. And there are actually ROMs out here that aim this. Just look at all these ROMs that transforms like Gingerbread into Android 5 or 6 or something. Anyway, we won't be installing these. Let's unplug the device. And we're gonna reboot into recovery mode. Yeah, this phone does weird things when booting into clockwork mode recovery. Like that, just the clockwork recovery. And then we'll go to mouse and storage. And then we got a format system. Where is it? There it is. Okay, that's complete. Now we can format data. That's done. Now let's format the cache. Will be pretty quick since it's just the cache. Yep, complete. Now let's exit. Then install zip. Choose zip from the SD card. Now there's the CM11 Leonardo's over here, but we're gonna do that after basically being finished with the video. Storage. Let's go to the one that's based on Ice Cream Sandwich, and then got the zip file over here. Just click on the middle button here and then install the ROM. You won't be bothered with any mods. Also, this one says light for some reason. Oh, do I wonder? Yeah, you will break your device if you use a ROM that's meant for the GTX 5830 into your GTX 5830i, because that's based on a different processor. Installation complete, and now we just go back and reboot the system now. Well, we don't know why it's actually booting. It still did that weird widescreen issue, just like going through the recovery for some reason. That's pretty nice. We ain't gonna bother with any add-ons And there's like a S4 lock screen over here, which you had to install to access the advanced lock screen settings. Instructions are given below. And then you got some other apps over here on the XDA Forums page. And they're all in my SD card. But I forgot to upload the add-on -v1.zip into my archive.org. Speaking of archive.org, we're into the phone. At least we got the stop button over here. That's actually not on top of the emergency call icon over here. So let's tap out our start. Skip. We got sound. It's just a skip settings over here. Next. And it's just not now. Use Google location. We're gonna turn it off. This phone belongs to Samsung. Keep ad settings. Oh, look at those animations. Google services and finish. Yeah, it's got G apps on it and everything, but we don't have a camera. I guess we can have cameras. Still video recording. Okay, video recording works. That's a good sign, but we don't have the third icon over here. Just that Android version is looking pretty good on this phone. Yeah, you got SoundJam statistics. It's based on Macro Studio ROM version is the final thing because we use the Macro Studio ROM version. We got the Android 4.0.4 Easter egg. It says ice cream sandwich over here, but just look at those animations. They don't look that much accurate over here. It's just clear. I guess it doesn't even work. That's fantastic. It's got the stock Android 4 browser. They actually modded it. You got the blue bar on the Android 4 client browser or something. Got calculator. Let's check what the calculator looks like. It just looks like a standard calculator. No frills. Calculator. Got camera. Got color. We already tested the camera. We make it Google. Good. Just check that now. It's just a standard calendar. Clock is just clock. We got options over here. We got downloads. It's just a standard downloads over here. Gallery. Oh, it still says make it Google for some reason. So you got the one thing I made when I was testing the freaking camera. Gonna delete that. Music player. It's like the music player that we have on TouchWiz or something. Oh, it's running better than CM11 or something. Memo. So you got that. Messaging, music player, my files. You got that one. People. Just looks like standard people app over here. Make it Google. No thanks again. It's got the phone app. Looks like a standard TouchWiz phone or something. Play Store search. That's Google search settings. Super user videos. Check what the videos look like. Version 1.10. That's nice. Version 1.10. So yeah, this doesn't even work. Oh, it doesn't even do anything. Nice. The bottom bar doesn't do anything, so we have to manually clean that freaking thing. So far, it looks pretty much faster than like CM11 or something. What's an Android Code Monkey? Let's install some apps and come back to it later. So I got the apps from the XDF forums page over here. So let's install them all. Starting with Memo or APK. So set unknown sources turned off by default, which is great. We're gonna turn it on. Start on Memo again, and verify and install. Let's see what verify and install does. Oh, it's a replace application. Okay, install. It's installed. This is a photo wall. It's installed, but we can't open. Polaris Office. It's register signed too. Installed. Poster.apk. The app name is Minipaper and it's installed. As suggest. Yeah, great logo. Installed. Swipe beta. Beta 1.4 I mean. Installed. And lastly, we got Windy Weather. The W is overcast, by the way. Oh yeah, Windy Weather is installed. And to access advanced lock screen settings, we got the sec locker over here. Which it says Galaxy Locker up here. Install. It's installed, and now how to set it as default. Complete action using Galaxy Locker or TouchWiz Home. It reckons. So what is this called TouchWiz Home? So it says settings for the lock screen is provided as system settings, as settings, advanced lock screen settings, whatever that means. So let's go to here and we got advanced lock screen settings. Let's enter there. We got Galaxy Locker. This is the final version of this copy of Galaxy Locker. If you want to get updated in the future, please go to Google Play Store and download Galaxy Locker by Andev888. Also, we have bring you something new, the LG Optimus lock screen. It says choose enable Galaxy Locker to enable it, which is enabled for some reason. Go to disable system lock screen, choose system locker, none. Prevent multi-locker, choose none. So we'll do that. There we go. So now if we lock the phone, hello, there we go. Now it works all on Android 4.0.4. Why does it want to go to like TouchWiz or something like Galaxy Locker for some reason? So Galaxy Locker first and then choose a preferred TouchWiz Home. Great. Let's connect this thing to the network. Connected now. It says sign on Jammod statistics at the top. Fine. TouchWiz Home. Clear that. Since this is Android 4.0.4, we can't do that much. Except play music. Well, what about upcoming you say? But like that's not Android 4.2 or something like that, so it's actually limited to version 20, so you can't do that much with a browser this old. It's like pretty old version of Android 4, soft 4. So how much storage do we using? Let's try to launch some apps and find out. First up is this one, the Polaris Office. So old, the Google Docs has like the old logo. What is it? What is this? You can create new files, got document sheets, slide in new folder. So that's like a pretty like full suite like file manager or something. I mean document format. Oh, it crashes. That's wonderful, isn't it? You can't create like files. Oh, let's try sheet format. No, just crashes. Okay, we got a crashing browser. As suggests, meanwhile, error occurred while connecting to server. Anyway, back to storage space. How much are we using? 178 megs of total storage space, and there are only like 57 megs available. Thanks to this super low internal storage, at least we got SD card with all this music and stuff like that. Lots of files. But we can't do that much with the browsing since it's Android 4.0.4. Like there's a toggle to switch between different modes in Android 4.0. Just USB storage. Also planning my SD card as a USB drive. We just copied the add-on file that I forgot to send or download. So let's go try to at least enable advanced reboot. And developer options is already enabled by default since it's Android 4.0. It also happens on 4.1 as well. Development device ID, really? Well, looks like we have to reboot our phone into recovery mode manually. So we'll do power off and hold the power and home keys to go into recovery. Hello? Ace? What are you doing here? Hold on. We are not booting into recovery mode now. That's not recovery mode. Okay, now we're actually in recovery. So we'll do the same thing, backup and mouse and storage, then just wipe the system data cache and then just install the other ROM. We'll be formatting the system partition now. Now data, and now the cache. Now they're all done, let's install the other ROM. Install zip, choose zip from SD card. Storage. Let's go to this folder. And then it's either the ARMv6 or the Maclaw Studio. We just install the Maclaw one. Whoops. And confirm install. Yes. Now we're installing. Just gonna wait for a while. On somewhat of an off-topic note, we got this thing on Redbubble of all places. That's a real good website. Yeah, the problem with Android 4.0 is just you can't just like close apps on this particular Android 4.0 ROM. Like the bottom bar doesn't do anything at all. Meanwhile, the install from SD card has been complete, so we reboot after the first part. We get a flash add-ons and reboot system now. So what does the other ROM look like? We'll find out once it boots. Still going to what like going into recovery. That's a good sign. It starts off like with the Android 4.0 ROM. So how much does it differ from the Android 4.0 ROM? For one, you can install actual Opera Mini 53 on Android 4.2 from 2021. With the other one, you can only install up to version 20. We're still gonna be waiting. Smasnug. And we're in. We're gonna install the add-on store. This one just looks like a stock Android 4.2, like out-of-box experience or something. Just gonna skip Wi-Fi and let's uncheck Google stuff because we actually have Google Service on here as well, much like the Android 4.0 ROM. So we are greeted with a black screen. Let's just reboot the phone and to install the add-ons. Okay, there's no power button used, so I guess we'll have to just remove the battery. Oh great, this setup wizard isn't responding. Okay, we'll just close the setup wizard. We remove the battery. Now let's try to do the recovery combo again. Emergency deload mode, wrong mode. I don't know what's the emergency deload mode, but let's try to put it to recovery again. And hopefully it'll put it to recovery. Yep, we're in recovery. So zip. Just zip. Done. So we'll reboot the system. We're rebooting. We gotta wait for the upgrade. Oh great, we're getting the standard Android 4.2 UI. That one looks more inaccurate than the other one over here. Just look at the time. Look at the battery percentage. That's just a circle. It still got Google Play services over here, so it means there's Play Store. So it does look like we can install. And yeah, the developer option is locked, starting with this version. So we're gonna do tap the build number to enable development settings. It's a Maclaw version. And we're gonna tap on the version, about Android version. See what it looks like. Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. And we're gonna Final Jumper version. Yeah, it's still looking pretty similar to the Android 4.2 spec, but we didn't even check the spec on Android 4 ROM. Let's get some apps going. Yeah, the file browser doesn't look so different compared to the Android 4.0 ROM. Got the default apps: calculator, camera, clock, downloads, FM radio, gallery, internet messaging, music play, my files, people, phone, Play Store, S Plan settings, task manager, touch and video. At least it doesn't display the version number just immediately after launching. Let's take a look at touch. Replace the camera LED. Yeah, you got high brightness and strobe over here. Task manager does look like a standard file manager. I mean, task manager. We go through settings. We go through settings. Let's connect this thing to the network. We're connected now, and by the way, those Android 4.0 and 4.2 ROMs, they do internet better than the 4.4 ROM. Also about battery, can we enable the battery percentage? No. Let's go to system. Status bar. Battery status. Let's check, put icons in the status. Percentage, it's just icon or percentage. That's what it looks like, apparently, the percentage. Anyway, we're getting off topic, just install some apps. Starting things off with Polaris Office. Register, sign like always. Nope, don't verify apps. It's completely obvious since I posted all the mini paper or whatever app there is. Oh, fuck off. Disagree. It's installed. Sound recorder. Oh, fine. Just agree with it. Looks like the installation is complete. Next is Swipe Beta 1.4, I mean. Okay, installing this app may harm your device because we accepted it apparently. Thanks Google Play. It understand this app may be dangerous, just install. Done. Install as suggest. Actually install as suggest. I was gonna install that before I accidentally tapped on swipe. Sure. It's installed. And Wind Divider. All of these are to be installed as a normal APK. It's installed. Now let's check the installed apps over here. Google Play is still here, just like with Android 4.0. But it's just still crashes, just like the Android 4.0 because it doesn't even, the servers don't even work. And about Polaris, can we get that to work? Still using the old format. Document format, it just crashes like usual. That's rather nice, isn't it? Music player, how does that look like? Just like the one from the Android 4.0, I think. Everything kind of looks like Android 4, to be honest. Apparently, calculator needs some work, according to yeah, great one. That's a pretty great UI. You know, I want to offer that is said requires layout fixes. Tapping on clock meanwhile. on this on the status bar apparently. Oh yeah, it does that. It's still a bug. They also got the quick reply text bug, but we can't test that. So everything just kind of happens. It means the battery doesn't run out, and it's pretty fast to be honest. And you can run the last version of Opera Mini that's on here. On the other ROM, the Android 4.0 you can only install up to version 20. You know what, you're gonna finish the installation just now. It's installed, let's open. After looking at the browser for a bit, the Opera Mini browser, it's time for the camera test to see if the video camera records. Because some ROMs kinda just don't. Oh great, it isn't responding. That's nice. I'll just close. Thank you very much. How much storage do we have actually? Let me check. Can I launch settings? Please? Can I launch the freaking settings? Oh wow, it's already going downhill. And there it is. Check the storage. There's only 60 megs. Ah, that's nice. There it is. Opera Mini. Finally launch. Oh, and by the way, Google decided to account for those older browsers, but this version of Opera Mini can still search on Google. So we'll test that. Welcome to Opera Mini 53. So I will search something. I mean, it did display, but it's not supposed to display like that. We're running on automatics. So let's turn to off. Your phone is missing. Not spawning even secret search. Oh god, the browser runs so slow. Oh great, I accidentally went to the link and not to the home page. I guess it displayed a brief moment as Google actually searched. So yes, you can actually search Google using Opera Mini 53. Also, thanks for reminding Android for the low storage. Also no, the images don't even load in this one. Besides, we got this button right here that we were missing in Android 4.0 ROM that actually works. Now let's finally take a look at the camera, then into other apps, to see if the video recording works or not. Look, capturing photos. Looks like the video capturing works there too. Autofocus as well, it actually worked. Autofocus actually worked on this one. Now let's go through the rest of the apps. Clock. Looks like a clock. It's some options. Downloads. Got nothing over here. FM radio. We gotta enable Bluetooth now. Bluetooth. Anyway, gallery looks like a standard Android 4 gallery. Internet, that's internet browser messaging, music player. We all know how to look like my files, already know people. Yeah, no, I don't want to make it Google. It looks like this. Phone. So you send a phone app. Play Store, Polaris Office, As Planner. See what that looks like. It's it's actually like the standard calendar masqueraded as Planner. Settings, test manager, torch, video, and voice recorder. Check what install over here. It says voice at the top. It looks like a Android for like Samsung voice recorder over here. About me sound recorder. Hold on a sec. Me MP3 recorder. All rights reserved. Copyright 2012 Me project. So it's actually a Me project product. So storage app we could actually see from that Android 4.0 ROM. So that's that, I guess. The TouchWiz Revolution, Android 4.0 and 4.2 ROM sets. For now, in this video too, let's switch it back to Android 4.4. Let's power off into recovery mode. We'll recover now. We'll do the same thing before. Wiping the system. Data and cache partitions. Go to install zip, choose zip from SD card, and the CM11 command int2exe4. Install. Now this thing actually has support for up to 32 gig SD cards, and the phone did actually come in the SD card. It's like 2 gigs or something. With the phone having quad-band 3G and HSDPA support, came with Android 2.2.1 Foil, upgradable to 2.3.6 Gingerbread with unofficial Android 4.4 with a Qualcomm MSM 7227-1 Turbo, which is ARM6 processor, 284 MB of RAM and 512 MB of storage, but only just a little storage, 150 MB be accessible, and microSD card up to 32 gigs and 1300 mAh using a replaceable battery, 5 megapixel video camera, and so on and so forth. Meanwhile, the installation is complete. Now let's put the G apps in for the proper phone operation. Google Apps for Android 4.4.4. Now complete, and we'll just reboot. Now, unlike the other ROMs which I've tested, the TouchWiz Revolutionized ROMs I think it's called, this one doesn't have a boot animation. It won't take long for it to boot the first time. And we're in Android 4.4.4. And the OB kicked in, but just look at that arrow icon. It's right on top of the emergency call button. At least I am able to touch that. This one's different. Skip. We'll connect this stick to Wi-Fi off camera, so we'll skip anyway. Let's just turn off both of them. Yeah, date and time, Google services, and setup complete. And welcome screen says welcome E. We will tap on OK. Except the appeared the second phone unlock. Yeah, okay. Got a couple more apps. The built-in camera on this one doesn't even support auto focusing. Tapping on it, nothing happens. Yes. But at least the video recording works. It only does autofocus where you actually capture a photo. Yeah, this one is pretty similar to Android 4.2 ROM from earlier. So by default we have Apollo, which is the music player, browser, calculator, calendar, camera, clock, downloads, file manager, which is like the Cyanogen file manager, gallery, Google settings, messaging, people, phone, Play Store, Samsung, ARM6 settings, actual settings, sound recorder, terminal emulator, and torch. And these apps like Apollo, browser, camera, file manager, gallery just crash without SD card being plugged into the phone, which is rather nice. And without anything installed, going into settings, it's just turn on mobile networks while it's turned off on by default or something. Let's go to storage, and by default with Google Apps installed, we take it, the only available storage is like 75 megs. Now we'll check the Easter eggs starting with the general Android version. It says Android 4.4 down here, and there's also a CyanogenMod version that says CyanogenMod 11. Gonna tap on the build number to enable developer options. But it's on here we have advanced reboot option. So that's that, I guess. That's the TouchWiz revolutionized ROM set 4.0 and 4.2, and a small peek at CyanogenMod 11 Lenaro for the Samsung Galaxy Ace. And now we'll do one last shut off to end the video once and for all.